listen to New York rappers but New York rappers. That's why them niggas ain't in the charts like us down here. That's why Atlanta and the South been ruling for what, the last 20, 30 years?
Well, New Yorkers feel if you don't know who Max B is, you're uncultured. Do you agree with that?
Most people are uncultured. We don't eat pizza that they eat. We don't go to the bodegas. We don't know battle rap. So we're very uncultured compared to New York. Don't nobody, like Pimp C say, we don't play that bullshit down here. Actually, we don't play that bullshit down here, nigga. Put y'all records on one side of a store, put our records on another side of a store, and see who sell the most, nigga.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Mike Geesh back in this thing, man. And I was just checking out this Say Cheese interview with Charleston White, where he said very confidently that New York does not run hip hop anymore and hasn't ran hip hop for the last 20 years. It's been Atlanta and the South. And, that's the truth. He ain't told no lies on that one. Definitely ain't told no lies. And Pimp C, had a vendetta against New York. And what people got to understand, the reason people from the South be feeling like that is because New York used to shit on the South back in the day. They used to shit on the South. When you hear older niggas that's from the South, they be having a little bit of animosity still in New York, unlike the younger generation, because the younger generation, all they know is the South running hip hop. So let's continue listening to Charleston White, what he's saying.
Don't nobody listen to that bullshit, nigga. Nobody listen to New York rappers but New York rappers. That's why them niggas ain't in the charts like us down here. That's why Atlanta and the South been ruling for what, the last 20, 30 years? Cause we're uncultured, nigga. We got a Southern culture that we embrace. And Timberlands ain't part of it. Being cold in the snow with fur around our heads, that ain't our culture, my nigga. We play outside at Christmas time in shouts. We don't know about Puerto Ricans. We don't know about the Statue of Liberty. We didn't smell the dust from the Twin Towers. So we ain't tuned in to that New York shit, my nigga. We respect it. We salute it. But y'all on the island, nigga. That's why y'all got Rockers Island. I am a hip hop expert. His music have never been played outside of New York. We don't know who Max B is. Don't know who he is, what he home for. Don't know what he was in prison for. Nigga, we from the South. And in the South, we've never connected to anything outside of Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss, Biggie, LL Cool J. Nigga, them Max B's and Jim Jones. I fuck with Jim Jones by way of Dipset now. But nigga.
So let me talk about what he just said. Like I said before, Max B, don't really know too much about him. I can't speak for the younger generation, but if he been in jail for 17 years, I'm sure they don't know about him either. So Max B has never rung or rung off any bells in Atlanta, or in the South. Now what he said about the rappers we always check for, he said who Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas, Jadakiss. He pretty much telling the truth, because I can remember in the 90s, in the early 2000s, I'm a little different than most niggas from Atlanta and from the South in general, because I listened to both. You know what I'm saying? I was a rapper, still am a rapper, even though I don't really be recording, because, I'm in my 40s. I don't be doing that shit too much. But I was serious in the rap when I was in high school and in college and middle school too. And I used to listen to, Nas, one of my favorite rappers, Redman, Wu-Tang Clan. I used to listen to all of them, all the New York rappers. But I also listened to UGK, 8 Ball MJG, 3-6 Mafia, Ghetto Boys, Scarface. You know what I'm saying? I also, and of course, Outkast and Goody Mob. Also listen to down south rappers. And I can tell you, as somebody who listened to New York rap at that time, nobody really listened to New York rap back in them days. You know what I'm saying? That's when New York was on top. Nobody, the culture of Atlanta and in the South as a whole, they didn't really fuck with New York rappers. Like, they ain't really fuck with Jay-Z like that, to be honest with you. Niggas in the South didn't really fuck with Jay-Z until Big Pimpin' came out. And we know that UGK was on Big Pimpin'. That's what got a lot of niggas on Jay-Z. Not saying he ain't get no respect or wasn't nobody listen to him or nothing like that, but as far as culturally, the South was always on South music. Even when the South wasn't popular in the early 90s, mid-90s, even into the late 90s, people in the South, we always had our own music. Even though our music wasn't on the top of the charts, we was tuned in to our music. I remember one time I got into it in class with somebody because they was trying to tell me that Tila could rap better than Nas. And I was like, nigga, I like Tila. I like Tila. Don't get me wrong. I like Tila. Shout out to the whole Suave house and everything. But I was like, nigga, Tila cannot rap better than Nas, nigga. But the nigga was, we were back and forth. You know, we had a nice little debate in class, spitting lyrics back and forth. You know what I'm saying? He swear up and down that Tila could rap. Most of y'all don't even know who Tila is, probably just listening to this. So I'm just saying the South has always been on the South shit. Respect to New York. Like I said, I listen to New York rap, but I also listen to down South rap. But he's absolutely right. Wasn't nobody in the South checking for New York rap too tough. And I don't think New York understand that, you know, that much because they was always on top. Keep listening.
It was more Joel Santana was the nigga. Jim and the rest of them nigga was background singers. You know, the Joel was the nigga. Cameron came because Cameron had the niche with the pink fly. The rest of them nigga were just props. Yeah, they would fly in Harlem. But to the rest.
I was on Cameron Paul's since Horse and Carriage. So I knew about Cameron already, whereas most people might didn't know or check for him. I had Cameron's first album, Confessions Through the Fire. Something fire. Right now I can't. It ain't clicking right now. But fire. Look it up. It was Confessions Through the Fire, Confessions in the Fire, something like that. But yeah, I had that first album way back in the day. So yeah, you know, and niggas was on Jules Santana real hard back here.
Rest of the world, them niggas was props, homie. That's why we looking at like Big Dog Jim. Nigga, you was a prop. We ain't now a song we can sing other than ball and nigga, we don't know none of them niggas song. We ain't never heard a nigga bumping them niggas out in the trap other than Dipset. And Jewels was the nigga. So I don't know what these niggas.
Yeah, Jewels was that guy, Jewels and Cameron. And like he said, nigga was on that balling though, boy. When that balling came out, that Jim Jones balling came out, boy, they was bumping that shit in the club religiously. Trust me. Jim Jones got much love on that song down here. But besides that, yeah, niggas wasn't on Dipset like that. But Dipset was the shit. Let me tell you, the first New York, damn, why this shit keep on uploading like that? Keep buffering like that. The first rapper from New York that Atlanta and the South was like fully behind, as if he was like one of our own or something like that, was 50 Cent. Gotta be honest with you, 50 Cent. And the reason for that is because 50 Cent catered to the South. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent catered to the South, you know. Go shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. Ain't no rapper never came from the North came out talking about shouting. Really wasn't nobody saying shouty but nigga from Atlanta. So when 50 Cent said go shouting, it instantly got, you know what I'm saying? Plus he was with Dr. Dre and Eminem, but it instantly made 50 Cent a top rapper in our eyes in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 50 Cent was the first rapper that everybody was just bumping and just on because of his sound and his drawl was kind of, and 50 Cent was very smart about that, very genius for doing that, because he knew at that time that the South had probably majority of the money. You know what I'm saying? Master P showed that in 98, 97, 98, that the South, that people in the South, we the majority spenders when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many states and so many cities in the South and the Midwest, and 50 Cent catered to that. You know, so yeah, man, I just wanted to, you know, talk about some of my experiences dealing with New York and the South rap. And as we know, everybody knows at this point that this is the clearest indication of how New York felt about the South. This is the biggest indication. Everybody know this by now, but I'm going to just pull it up just because. You know what I'm saying? So we can just remember, you know, how this went back in the day. You know, I can remember seeing this on TV. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing this on TV.
When he said Outcast, he said,
How you gonna get booed and you just won Best New Artist.
How you gonna get booed? You just won Best New Artist.
It was
man. How?
backlash from the East Coast, West Coast thing.
Yeah.
How you gonna get booed? You won Best New Artist. They booing Outkast. You booing Outkast? 3 weeks ago, the nigga just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But 30 years ago,
It was pretty brutal to just be in a room full of people that don't even really care about what you do.
So what's up, Dre?
Pressure can either bust pipes or create a diamond, and what Andre said when he got on that microphone created a diamond.
But it's like this, though. I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Everybody was like this on their seats, like, damn. From there, it was a wrap.
From then, it was a wrap. You know, that's real, man. I mean, I remember watching it. Like, I was in 10th grade in 1995. I was 15, 16 years old. Like, what? Andre said that? You hear everybody was booing him. So, you know, that little animosity from people from the South goes back to that. If you were younger, you don't know that because you weren't born 30 years ago. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what it was. But you know, hip hop is hip hop. Everybody got their time. New York had their time. They created hip hop. West Coast had their time, and South had their time. And now it seems like, you know, anybody can really jump into the game. But the South is really still on top of it. But much respect to the North, East, South, Midwest, the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. We all black people. This all our culture. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm your boy Mike Geesh. Peace.